The team at Imparta has spent more than 20 years researching sales excellence and helping global sales teams to win deals and grow accounts. Our 3D advantage distills this research into a definitive model of remarkable selling. And the 3 dimensions we identified are proving even more relevant in this coronavirus pandemic. The first of the 3 dimensions is insight, the degree to which salespeople create value for their customers through disruptive insights into a customer's needs, solutions, and decision process. At a time when it's harder than ever to cut through the noise to create opportunities, it's essential for salespeople to bring insight to their target market and specific customers in order to gain traction. An insight is literally a new way of looking at the world. It has 3 parts. What, some kind of observation. Why, the underlying cause or motivation behind what's going on. And so what, the things that we can do to help. In sales, that translates to what critical objectives are proving hard to meet at the moment, from supply chain continuity to efficient remote working or rapid digitalization of products. Why are those objectives not being met, not just superficially, but right down to the root cause? And finally, so what? How can our solutions help to address those root causes and achieve the customer's goals? But insight on its own is not enough. It can create a need, but not necessarily an urgent one. The second dimension is influence, how well you achieve your desired outcomes within an account through the ethical use of behavioral science and decision strategy. During this pandemic, customer decision-making has become slower and increasingly escalated to a senior level. Under pressure, the imperfect decision-making strategies that we all use to form quick judgments, known as heuristics, are shaping customer decisions more than ever, and salespeople need to understand them. The techniques behind influence range from social proof, the tendency people have to copy their peers in uncertain situations, to loss aversion, the fact that people act to avoid a loss 2 to 4 times more than they do to achieve a gain. Even the way you present a proposal makes a difference. For example, people are averse to saying yes to a single option, but much more likely to agree when given a choice between 2 or 3 approaches. So influencing skills are key. But just as with insight, influence on its own is not enough. It just makes you a pushy salesperson. We also need the third dimension, trust. Building trust gives you access to key decision makers so that you can have the conversations that deliver insight and influence. Meister, Galford and Green, in their book The Trusted Advisor, define trust as credibility plus reliability plus business intimacy, all divided by self-orientation. And it's that last term, self-orientation, that is so critical at the moment. To build trust, you have to suspend your agenda and focus on the needs and success of your prospects and customers. That's very hard to do when your own survival in your job and even as a business depends on winning deals. As with insight and influence, trust on its own is not enough. That makes you a friendly helper, valued as a support by your clients, but unable to change the status quo or to cut through the many other priorities created by coronavirus or the recession that will follow. A 3-dimensional salesperson, though, somebody who combines insight, influence, and trust, will always outsell a 1- or 2-dimensional salesperson, especially now. And it's this 3D advantage that can help your business to survive and thrive through the crisis. These 3 dimensions play out in different ways at each stage of the customer buying cycle. As salespeople help customers to identify a need, choose the best solution, worry about what might go wrong, commit and negotiate, adopt the solution, and finally renew and even expand it. Imparta's modular curriculum for sales, negotiation and customer success applies this 3D advantage at every stage. Courses and modules can be delivered as a combination of virtual training, manager-led coaching and e-learning. And we also offer highly targeted interventions to help with business critical issues, from keeping deals alive to handling collection problems and price negotiation all around the cycle. For now, just remember that at each stage, your team needs to deliver insight to the customer, influence them to progress around the buying cycle, and build and maintain trust. Keep those three things in mind, and you'll already start to gain a 3D advantage through this pandemic.